Good afternoon. I just got back from church and from a really big breakfast. So, after this video, I'm going to take a nap. You know, breakfast is good when you take a nap. So, let's go over what's due in the homework for the next class day. And for us, when I'm recording this, it's Monday, but I'm probably going to keep these videos around. So, let's start. I'm going to go to quia.com. I'm going to go in as Bob because Bob's been busy working on his Latin, Bob the cat. And I'm going to see this screen right here. Now, there's two parts to this screen. There's this screen. When you click on the name, you see everything Bob's done and how he's done on it all. Everything that's been done and how he's done on it. This is going to be important. It's going to be important soon when we start looking at the holes. Remember, I'm going to show you how to keep your own grade book, but I'm going to be putting up holes soon on Wednesday. And if you got more than 3 holes, I'm going to have you over for Breakfast Club on Thursday. Remember, I don't put things in the grade book till the end of the chapter, but we keep track of everything every day, because you don't want to be behind. So let's take a look at the class and see what's due. Today is the class, and there we have it, big screen, which is nice. And I go down to the calendar, and I see Monday, August 14th. And I click on the next day, which is CLC 102. And it shows me the homework that's due at 6:15 in the morning. That's when Reverend Greg grades. He doesn't wait till midnight to grade. He wants you to go to bed, get your sleep. You don't get your work done, get it done earlier when you're fresher and it's more efficient. So that's going to be what he's going to look at, what I'm going to look at 6:15. And that tail you see is Bob. You want to see Bob? Bob, come here. Come here, Bob. There's Bob. Bob the cat. He's very happy about his Latin grade. Now, also what's due, what you're going to bring in with you, is going to be your notes. You're going to have your forms that you're going to crumple up. That's going to be important. And then your notes that you'll be taking on VTB 102. Now, that's going to be just that one page you come with. You have the page in one hand all opened up, and you're going to have your forms in the other. And I'm going to click on both. So let's see what's due that day. And then we have a quiz over nouns. We have an exit assessment. And then we do the homework for the next class or part of it. Remember, there's nothing that's a surprise for me. So here we go down. We know that Monday is 102. Here's 102. And right above it, right above where it says 102, you see complete all assignments listed below by 6:15 a.m. the morning of class. So Bob already did his translation. He did pretty well. And we do that little REI in class. Some of you did the wrong REI. You didn't do 102. You did 103. That's no good. Because I'm not gonna test you on stuff I haven't prepared you for. So you need to probably make sure that you have 102 in for the REI. But class, we're going to do the VTB, virtual textbook. And you can take it up to 3 times. Remember, for me, because you're learning, passing is 60. Passing is 60 if you do it on time. That means that you get 60% on time. I'm going to count that as 100. If, however, you're late, then I'm going to be counting it, as 100. I'm not going to take away credit for you. I'm just going to not give you extra. So it starts with a video, and the video there's the video. It's playing. That's pretty good. I wonder what it sounds like. Let me see if I got some sound. Oh, yeah, it talks about nouns. Some of the video you can heat into, right? This allows you to get it done if I'm not if you're not in class, right? It gets it done. Talks about what we covered in class. I don't know why this is muted, but it is. Shouldn't be muted when you see it. Now, down here is the slide controller. You want to go to the next slide. And remember, I talked to you about chunking. Oops, sorry. This is how you chunk. This is how you chunk. And sometimes you got to click a couple times to go past the slides. There it is. So, and I'm going to make it big screen. Go to those three dots, make it a full screen. So this is the notes that you're going to be doing for VTB, Virtual Textbook 102. That's what I'm going to see. I'm going to see in class that you have it chunked out on your notes as best you can. And then there's a little video here, little snippet video, and going over the stuff that we did in class. But this way you can refresh. Everything we do is going to be online as well, so you can refresh. Because sometimes in class we may not be focusing. Plus it asks some interesting questions, which are important on declensions. And is that all there is to this video? I think that's all there is to this video. So the underlining part about the subject phrase, that's going to be in the next video. And we'll look at that. So, I'm revising my omnibus binder. And, sometimes you get it right and sometimes it's a little wrong. But here we go. So this is a grammar lecture. Bob the cat will take it. And I wonder how he's going to do. Singular ablative is, this is where you look at the chart. Get used to these phrases. And let's see how he did. Because remember, 60%. I wonder how Bob did. How'd you do, Bob? Bob did not do well. He got 40%. 60% is the cut score. If you don't hit 60, it's out of 100. So this isn't 40 out of 60. It's 40 out of 100. So Bob needs to watch the video. Take it again, because it'll take your high score on these things we do outside of class. Now, let's go on to, let's go back to the class. Let's go back to the class. Reverend Greg's getting sleepy. He had breakfast. So here's how you look at the class. So to reiterate, the next class period is 102. It says here, CLC 102. Guess what the next class is? CLC 103. And guess what we're going to do? We're going to do that translation in the class as well. Because I want to make sure that you're not overwhelmed with homework. Your virtual textbook assignments you take notes on, you do at home. But the remote enriched instructions, I'm going to do them in class. I'm going to make that time for you so you don't get overwhelmed. And then we have, guess what the next day is? 104. Then the next day is 105. Next day is 106. And then we have a little fun and games day. And then guess what we have after that? The exam. That's when all the grades go in. So all the grades go in. Don't wait for the last minute, because if you're not keeping up, then everything's out of 100 instead of 50 or 60. So I'd like you to keep up, because that way you're all set. Now, let's go back to the class here that we had, and I need to look at the grades. So your goal, let's pull up another document. Get your omnibus binder out, because remember, I put the omnibus binder on there so you have everything. And in the omnibus binder, it's down here at the bottom if you need a digital copy, there's a little sheet here that's your grade book. Students will not say to me, well, they will say, but I won't answer, what am I missing? Well, because that's your job. On page, 3, 4, page 4, you'll have this little chart that shows you everything that's due each day. 2 grades due each day. Remember, if you're out of class and it's an excused absence, I don't hold you accountable. Don't have to make that up. But the stuff that's online, oh, yes, you do. So here's the first assignment, the VTB 00 and 00 on derivative diagnostics and culture e-lecture. If you did it, they won't tell you derivative diagnostics, you just put a check. Same for the vocabulary, same for the culture e-lecture. Next column, Latin is dead, there's where it goes. And then the other one, culture and room numbers. Now this one right here, 102, see that's what the circle's there for? The REI, that's where that should go for percentage. So you put in your 102 scores. Now if you don't have a 102 score for the REI, you did the wrong one. So I'm going to send you that notification if you did. So you don't want that notification. You want to be proactive. So when I look at it, I'm going to go back to the home page and see how Bob did. So Bob's grades here. Well, he did the grammar e-lecture for 102. Good, he did that. Didn't do well, but he did it. And he did the REI. Good. Now I got to work back for those two other assignments. This is 6 assignments so far. So Bob, did he do Latin is dead? No, he didn't. Bob didn't do Latin is dead. Uh-oh, Bob needs to do that. Did he do the derivative diagnostic? Yes, he did. Did he do the culture lecture on Greek mythology? Yes, he did. So what Bob didn't do was, he did Roman numerals. Yes, he did. What did he not do? Latin is dead. He didn't do that one, and that's a fairly straightforward one. So the real key is to take a look at these assignments, get yourself set up for when I put it in the grade book, it's over. Because remember, when I put it in the grade book, that's not the next day, right? When I put it in the grade book, it's going to be occurring, in about a week and a half. A week and a half. So I think you have plenty of notice. So therefore, nothing is worse than a 0. Nothing. My encouragement is to get the work done, keep up with it. Not a lot. It's not a lot. 15 minutes a night. That gives you plenty of time for your other classes, but it does occur every day. All right, well, if you have any questions, contact me. How do you contact me? Jupiter Grades. Contact me by my email. Where's my email? On the omnibus binder. See, it is. And my phone number. That goes directly to my phone number right there. It's my Chicago number. Now, text, do what you need to. Be proactive if you have questions. And I got to tell you this much. Really enjoyed last week. You're all a bunch of great kids, and I thank my God that I'm able to teach y'all and have the fun I do. Well, you all take care, and I'll see you in class, Lord willing, on Monday. Until that time, aloha.